All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Intoxicated Sports Report. He's Emerson Hip, and I am Gage Samoji. How's it going, my friend?
Good, man.
Good.
It's episode number 70. Did you know that?
70?
70 episodes now. Last week was lucky number 69.
Overall?
Overall? Do you think it was more?
I feel like we've done way more than that. I thought it would be. We haven't hit 100.
We have only been doing this for, let's see, 12 plus 16 months.
We didn't celebrate for 100. No, it's probably 50 then.
It was 50. Yeah. We celebrated 50 and then we celebrated a year not very long after that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could have swore we were over 100. It feels like
June 24th was the first day we did.
over 100 weeks.
Last year.
No, that'd be 2 years.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm way off.
And that's pretty much how many episodes we've done.
70. That's
70.
huge.
I think that's a pretty good number.
70. That's
I
cool.
mean, 75 is going to be a cooler number than 70. But, yeah, we're here. We made it.
Well, 75 is more of a.
It's a bigger number, I guess, on the scale. Yeah.
Like 75, celebrate the 100.
Right.
No, 70 is cool.
Yeah.
Can you believe that we've made it this far?
So when I was publishing our last podcast, I noticed it was 69. I was like, damn, I can't believe we've made it. We're going to be on 70 next week.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
We're putting in the time.
We're doing it.
Putting in the time.
We have not skipped a single week, except
Well,
for when we've
Well,
purposely done it.
okay, yes. I was going to say we skipped.
But we've not,
Yeah.
just taken one out.
We did that for the fans because if we didn't skip those weeks, it'd be a lot of bullshit.
Right.
Which is what
which
we
is fine. I mean,
do.
shorter episodes aren't the worst thing. And, just talking man to man isn't the worst thing also. Are we men, though?
No. I'm the furthest thing from a man. And on that note, what are we drinking? What are these nice cocktails and these nice glasses that you made for us?
So these are called Corpse Reviver number 2. Is that?
Is there number 1?
There is a number 1.
Why didn't you make the first one?
This is a better cocktail than the number 1.
What's the difference?
There's actually a very big difference. The first one is a cognac-based cocktail.
Okay.
And it's made with this liqueur called Calvados, which is hard to find.
Okay.
So we're skipping number 1.
I know the one thing you said when you made these, because you did post this on our Instagram, or you're going to,
Yes.
is drink these slow because they'll get to you.
Yes.
I haven't listened, and I'm already feeling a little toasted, so
Yeah.
if I start to slur my words, that is the reason why.
It's funny because like they describe on the recipe, it's a very spirit-based cocktail. There's only lemon juice is the only thing that's balancing it out.
Okay.
But they don't taste like there's a lot of booze in them.
It doesn't.
Yeah, they're very smooth, and the Cointreau has a lot to do with that. It's a very sweet liqueur.
But I've only had, 1.5, because you top both bars off,
Yeah,
and I can feel it.
feeling good.
How much would this cocktail cost at your bar, let's say?
Probably 13, 14
So
bucks.
it's kind of,
Yeah,
it's like a basic.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't. I mean,
Nothing.
if you were at like a nice bar and they had you're using really good gin, maybe 16, but
Gotcha.
we don't have that in that bar.
If I were to order this at a bar, would a bartender hate me because it's so hard? It's not hard to make, right?
It's really not hard to make.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's 4
Or
ingredients.
it's not tedious.
No, it's actually really simple because every ingredient you're using the same exact amount, so you don't have to think about how much you're using of each thing, which is nice.
Cool.
Yeah, no, definitely not hard to make.
Cool.
I mean, anytime you're asking a bartender to shake it, that's an extra step, but whatever. I mean, that's part of the gig.
Yeah. You know what you get yourself into when you do that.
Exactly. Have a good week.
Yeah. The weekend for me, my weekend, it was, it dumped on Sunday.
It did, yeah.
It dumped.
It literally didn't stop raining, I think, all day.
No.
Yeah.
It rained.
And I think we got some crazy amount of inches of rain that day, like double digits maybe.
Which is cool.
Yeah,
I mean,
we
it's
need
not. This isn't going to help. I mean, it helps the drought to an extent.
Yeah, but
But
getting it all at once.
It's better for fire season.
Right.
So that's kind of.
But it is also scary since we've been so dry, creates potential landslides. But we are going to not hope that happens.
No.
Or hope that doesn't happen.
Yes. So what do we got going on today, man?
We have some local sports to get into. Basketball season and hockey season are underway, as we've talked about in the recent episodes. World Series started today.
Yes.
Braves are off to a hot start, real hot start. We're going to talk about the 75th anniversary team for the NBA. Little college football, as always. NFL, as always. NASCAR's getting down to it. 2 more races left.
Nitty gritty.
Yep. And we have Q&A back for the first time in a long time.
It's been a long time on the podcast,
Right. Yes.
Because we did. I still enjoy when we do it on Instagram.
I think that's kind of fun.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Get out, do it.
Yeah.
But it's been a long time. It's probably been months.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's probably been since the last time we did cocktail of the day or drink of the day.
That was, yeah, probably.
Probably around the same time.
Which apparently was 3 months ago.
Yeah.
And I thought it was like a month and a half ago.
Yeah. And we got a decent amount of questions. What, 9? 8 or 9?
8 questions.
Yeah, cool.
Not bad at all.
And then of course,
Last call.
last call.
Implied.
But before we get to that, do you want to talk about your Warriors? Because you're wearing the sweatshirt. I know you're
Yes, of
feeling
course.
good.
Actually, really quick, I want to talk
That's-
about this. Sports Equinox season.
Oh yes, yes.
It's Sports Equinox season. It happened on Thursday, like the true Sports Equinox, when all 4 sports were playing at the exact same
Thank
time.
you for explaining it.
Yeah.
I know what it is, but
Yeah.
I don't know if our listeners do.
Yeah. I mean, the season, of course, is different than actually happening because all 4 major sports are going on right now.
Yes.
But it did happen on Thursday, and if the World Series gets to Game 5, it will happen again on Sunday,
There we go.
which is pretty cool.
It probably will.
Yeah, I would think
We'd
so.
hope.
Yeah, I don't see either of these teams getting swept necessarily, but
And for us, this is ideal.
Oh, we
'cause
love this.
We're about sports.
yeah,
Equinox. It's Equinox,
Equinox,
not
yeah.
Equinox.
Equinox,
Well-
Equinox, whatever.
Potato, potato.
Yeah, exactly.
I would say Equinox.
Sure, me too.
So, very cool.
Yes, gotta love the Sports Equinox.
Very cool.
It's the peak of our season.
The peak of our season for
Cheers to
sure.
that. So yes, let's dive into the local sports. Yes, my Warriors are off to a great start.
Oh man, I know. After what you said last week,
3-0,
which I really want to mention, you're feeling good.
and they swept California too. Gotta love that.
Oh man.
They are playing in Oklahoma City tonight. They are actually down right now, 74-70,
Which we love on this side of the podcast.
but it's not over yet.
No, not over.
It's just the third quarter right now.
When you got Wardell, Stephen Curry on your team,
Mhm.
you got a chance.
So yeah, and speaking of Wardell Stephen Curry, he was Western Conference Player of the Week this past week.
You think he's putting that on his mantle next to his Finals MVP? Oh no, wait, he doesn't have any. He doesn't have one.
Funny, he's got the 3 rings, so that's
Yeah,
all,
I know.
that's all that matters.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But
And the 2 MVPs.
So my Sacramento Kings started out 1-0, feel
There you go.
real good,
And
and then they lost their next 2 games.
One of those being to the
They
Warriors.
lost to the Warriors.
So
I was thinking about this.
rub that in.
I would love to know, since 2015 when the Warriors became really good,
Sure.
how many games that the Kings have beaten.
Ooh.
It
Probably
probably isn't a lot. Probably isn't a lot.
I'm saying the Warriors have probably won at least 80% of the games
Yeah.
since that time.
And I feel like even before that, the Warriors have always smoked the Kings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like there's only one year where I felt like the Kings, I can't even really pick that one year out, but in those last 5 or 6 years that they've actually
Yeah.
maybe given the Warriors a run for their money.
This was all over SportsCenter and ESPN, but Davion Mitchell tried to put the clamps on Curry. He didn't. But you gotta give the
Hey,
guy,
whatever.
you gotta give the rookie something. You know what?
Can't
He
back
said,
him
you
too
know
much.
what? I want this guy.
Yeah.
I want the second best point guard of all time, maybe third. I said he's third, but he's probably second. 75th, one of the 75 greatest players of all time, which we will get into.
Mhm.
Try to put the clamps on him, didn't work.
Not a lot of people are going to put the clamps
Exactly.
on Curry.
And Davion Mitchell, he'll be good. He's
He'll be good.
fine.
He'll
He's
be
fine,
just
you know.
fine. He actually played, I feel like he played pretty well in the game.
Yeah.
Didn't watch a ton of it, but
So
he's
the
going to be
Kings,
just fine.
Kings start a 4-game road trip in Phoenix,
Yep. Start
which
tomorrow.
I don't feel great about because Phoenix is a good team.
They are a good team.
They're a good team.
They got some finals aspirations.
Went to the finals.
Yeah.
They could go again. I wouldn't pick them necessarily to go to the finals.
I'm not picking
and
them.
I didn't.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be a tough game. You know, the Kings better get ready for this.
They better. They better.
You know what we should do? We should try to get. I think the game that the Kings played the Warriors wasn't
It
Sacramento.
was, yeah.
It would've
So
been
that's one
cool.
of the 2 that they're going to play there. We should try to go to the other one.
Dude, it'd be fucking
I'm
sick.
down.
I haven't been in that stadium,
Golden one. I'd love to go
and I think it's. I don't know how much tickets will probably be a lot for that game because it's
because it's the Warriors.
yeah, it's division opponent.
Whatever.
All that.
I mean, if you're going to go to, I guess you could go to any old Kings game for less money, but it's a new arena, so it's probably
Yeah.
going to be expensive no matter what.
that'd be cool. 'Cause I want to go to that stadium. So
Are we
I
totally
still,
down?
I still haven't been.
Totally down.
Speaking of other Bay Area news, the Sharks finally lost their first game against Boston.
They did. Bummer.
They started out 4-0.
4-0.
Did you see this coming?
Absolutely not.
And it's awesome.
Yeah, I'll
You know,
take it.
I haven't watched any Sharks at all. I hate to admit it, but I haven't.
I've watched as much as I can, but I haven't been able to watch that much. So I'm with you.
Sharks hit home for me.
Yeah.
You know, they're my
You're one other Bay Area team.
but they're my newest favorite team.
Sure, yeah.
Kind
Yeah.
of, you know, because I think I always claimed the Sharks, but up until what was it, 2016 when we went to that game, or 2015,
Something like that. The year they went to the Cup, right?
I was hooked.
Yep.
Hooked.
There you go. I love it.
And so I think they're playing right now. I don't know what the score is.
It was 1-0 Nashville last I checked, and it still is middle of the game.
And
So
Nashville's a
check
good team.
Generally, yep. So yeah, but yeah, 4-0 start. Did not see that coming. Logan Couture is putting the team on his back right now.
That's your boy.
That's my boy.
That's your boy, Logan Couture. College football news: Cal football picked up their second win of the season against Colorado, 26-3.
Yeah.
And
They owned them in this game.
I didn't watch.
I didn't watch it all.
Saturdays are hard for me.
But I went to the stat sheet. They outgained them 438 yards to 104 yards in the game.
Jeez.
That is absolute domination.
So is Colorado that bad, or is that defense pretty good?
They must be that bad because Cal was a 1-win team coming in and they were favored in the game. So
Wow.
yeah. I haven't seen
this
Colorado
and this
play
isn't
all
Colorado State.
No, this is Colorado.
This is Colorado
in
in
the
the
Pac-12.
Pac-12.
Of the Pac-12.
Exactly.
And Colorado went to a Pac-12 championship game like 3 years ago.
They did, huh?
They played like when Washington went to the championship
Wow.
or the
Yeah.
college football playoff. Yeah.
And so Cal will host Oregon State next week.
Yep. That's a winnable game.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll see how that goes.
Oregon State has just had this.
They're actually 5-2 though.
Are they?
I-
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
But you know, over the years, Oregon State's been like the laughing stock of not only the state but of college football or
Yeah.
the Pac-12.
Pac-12. Yeah.
Your Stanford Cardinal. Oof. Did they didn't play this week?
They were off, but they'll be hosting
Yeah.
Washington this week.
So they're going to try to play Washington after a week off.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about that?
Washington has been iffy this year. I think they could win this game, but it seems like every time I think Stanford's going to win an interesting game, they don't. So hopes are minimal.
Yeah.
And that's our local sports sport.
I kind of miss going to Stanford games.
I know. I'm not going to get to one.
And I'm not a Stanford guy.
Yeah.
I'm not.
It is
but,
fun to go.
But it's just, you know.
Just being in the atmosphere, watching football live.
Yeah. It's just cool. And
Something about it.
I like how when you park at in Stanford or Palo Alto.
Oh, but in the trees.
In the trees, it's cool, you
It is
know?
a good atmosphere out in the.
It's kind of like, you know, you get in, they're kind of like, they don't even tell you where to park. They're just like,
Yeah, just get in there.
Yeah,
Just go.
just get a spot.
Yeah.
They don't really,
Yeah.
they don't, right?
No, yeah, it's kind of I mean,
There's
if
somebody
it's
who-
crowded, they'll start directing
Yeah.
people. But for the most part, if you get
'Cause-
there early enough, they're just like, go find.
Because there has to be
Start a row.
Yeah. Your dad has started rows before.
Oh, big time. It's like we're gonna
You know-
find the
you know
perfect
what's
place
up.
to get out at the end of the game and to tailgate at the same time.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the World Series. Astros are in after beating the Red Sox in 6. Braves also beat the Dodgers in 6. Fucking go.
Let's go.
Stress level way down.
Oh.
Way down. It's gone pretty much.
Do you know how great it feels? Because I feel like since 2015, I can't catch a break when it comes to teams I don't like in the championship. It's nice to just watch something and be like, you know what? I don't really care where this goes.
Yeah. This feels like 2019 when the Nationals beat the Dodgers and then went on to win the World Series.
It does.
So yes, definitely stress level at a minimum to none, which is
And
nice.
We are going to get we're going to make our picks later. Okay.
Yes, we're gonna get there in a bit. The League Championship Series MVPs, Jordan Alvarez and Eddie Rosario, both hit over 500 in those series. Pretty impressive. They were raking all series long. I think Alvarez or one of the two, I can't remember which one, either tied or broke Marco Scudero's record for most hits in a series. So
I bet you didn't think we were going to have a Marco Scudero reference, huh?
No, sir. But cheers to that guy.
Cheers.
In 2012.
I'm finishing this one.
Yeah. That guy was so good for the Giants in 2012. Unbelievable. So yeah, let's see, where are we at in this game? It's still 5-0 Braves, top 4. Astros starting pitcher Framber Valdez already out of the game, so not good for them. Charlie Morton dealing as always.
Dude, what did I say earlier?
He's an American hero.
Charlie Morton is an American hero. You want to know why?
Because he beat the Dodgers.
He beat the Dodgers in a Game 7 in LA. You can't beat that.
And he could beat the Astros, who have become the villains of baseball too.
I think we've talked about this before, but I think didn't Charlie Morton come out in that game 7? Came out of the bullpen.
Yes, he did.
Remember your dad texted you?
Yeah, he's like, is this guy the closer? It's like his 6th inning and he's in the game.
And you were like, yeah.
Yeah, and I said yeah, and I don't think he responded. But
You told me that. I'll never forget that. That was so funny. No, I think he might have been like, "What?" Question mark or something.
oh
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. And he kept going and finished the game. Or did he finish? He finished the game,
He
right?
finished the game.
Yeah.
But no, but
He
he was
pitched like 5
But
scores.
he was not. He's not a closer.
No, he's not a closer
Oh,
by
yeah.
any means.
That's what was funny. 'Cause you said, yeah. Or I think your dad asked you, "Can this guy close it out?" Or some.
I had to, yeah. I would love to see what that conversation. I think he asked him, "Is he the closer?"
Yeah. That's whenever I think of Charlie Morton, I think of your dad. Weird correlation, but it's
That is interesting, but I love it. And yes, like you said, we're gonna make our picks during Q&A because we have a question in regards to that.
Yes.
That's all I got for baseball for now.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the floor is yours.
So the NBA announced a few days ago their 75th anniversary team, which means that the top 75 players of all time.
Right.
But-
Because it is the 75th year of the,
Yes.
of the league.
Technically, or so they had 76 players on this list because people actually voted on this.
And there was apparently a tie.
And there was apparently a tie, so there's 76. And so there was a 96, they had their 50th anniversary for all the players, or
Right.
50 players.
Right.
And so all those players are still on
This new list.
this new list, yes,
Right.
as they should be. You know, if you're on a list of all-time players,
You can't be taken off.
you can't be taken off. You know. And so I don't really want to get into the players I got selected because that's a little too much
That's a
time.
lot.
But I just want to ask you if you thought the players that are active right now deserve to be on this list.
Sure.
Because I have a couple questions about some of them.
Yeah.
So we got Giannis, Carmelo Anthony, Steph Curry, Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant, James Harden, LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, Damian Lillard, Chris Paul, and Russell Westbrook. Do you have any problems with any of those players?
The one that stands out to me the most would be Lillard, because just based on his accomplishments, he's not won an MVP, hasn't won a championship. He's only been to the conference finals, I think, once, and they got swept.
Yeah.
And he's still in the middle of his career. I know, like, Giannis would be another question mark because he's so young. He's only played like 5 or 6 years in the league, right?
I agree with you on the honest thing.
Right.
But he's 2 MVPs.
But he does have a better track record overall than Lillard. So I would say Lillard would be the one that is the most questionable.
Damian Lillard's questionable for sure.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis to me is questionable.
I think Anthony Davis is also questionable, but he does have the ring, so that helps. It's tough.
For me, Russell Westbrook was questionable too. A little bit.
Yeah, but he's been an MVP and he's older too, so it's not like he's like Lillard where he's.
I know Sal's gonna hate me saying that, but
And I get where I've been
he's just so.
anti Westbrook for a lot of my life too, so I get where you're coming from.
I don't know. Like James Harden deserves to be there.
Definitely.
Kevin Durant, LeBron James, obviously.
100%.
Steph Curry deserves to be there.
Yeah.
I'll hate the Warriors all I want, but Steph Curry deserves to be on this
Yeah.
list. Chris Paul, he's on this list.
Yeah, I think so.
Kawhi Leonard should be on this list. I think Kawhi Leonard.
I think Kawhi was another kind of debatable one, but I would say he would be on there. Yeah.
Carmelo. Did I say Carmelo?
Yeah, Carmelo, he should be on there.
Yeah. I guess it's Damian Lillard is what I really struggle with.
Yeah, I think it's kind of then it becomes who would you put on there instead?
Which is my next question
Right.
because in the news, as people may know, Klay Thompson was very salty about this, which is
Yeah.
kind of shocking to me because Klay Thompson is a guy who doesn't really speak out about things.
Yeah, he wasn't. I don't know if he was as salty as like Draymond and Steph were, or I don't know if they were salty, but they questioned it. But yes, definitely, I think they all were not in agreement. But it is what it is. You know, you don't make not one person makes the list. You know.
And Klay Thompson has done a good job of trolling.
You're right.
This
And
whole
his
thing.
teammates too.
A couple shout outs though I want to give is well actually no, Paul Pierce also made it. What do you think about that?
I'm in on Paul Pierce making it.
Are you?
Champion. I mean, he averaged like over 25 points a game multiple
Did
years
win
in the
it.
league.
He won a Finals MVP, but not a league MVP.
Yeah.
Not saying you have to win that.
Yeah.
He's more deserving to be on there than probably Damian Lillard is.
probably, and probably even I would say he's just as, if not more, deserving than Carmelo. And I mean, you feel like Carmelo should be on there, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Dennis Rodman made it.
Should have.
He wasn't on it
Before?
Yeah, which he deserves to be on there. Dwayne Wade for sure.
Absolutely.
Dominique Wilkins made it. I thought
Nice.
that's cool.
Oh yes, and he could have definitely been on it in the past, but
They decided not to put him on, but he deserves. He deserves it.
I agree with that one too. I think Chris Mullen was not on it and made it on. Is that right?
I don't have Chris Mullen on here.
Maybe he's not on it, and I'm wrong.
Yeah.
No, maybe it wasn't Mullen that I'm thinking of.
Jason Kidd made it. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I can see Kid being on there.
Your boy,
Mr. Triple Double.
Your boy Reggie Miller did it.
Reggie Miller, I like that. I like Reggie. What was another? Oh, Dirk was the obvious one, but he made it, which I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really tough. Obviously, I looked at the voting cast, and like the guys that are voting are all very well regarded
Yeah.
NBA players.
Yes.
So I can't really argue with them on that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
Because this is something that I wanted to do,
Right.
For
I wish we
us.
did.
but we would have done it differently than they would have. Because I would have done it after the
Oh, just nobody that was previously retired
Exactly.
or whatever,
Yes.
or could have been on in the past.
exactly
It was eligible. Yeah.
which makes sense why they didn't do that. But
Yeah.
I thought it would have been fun. I thought it would have been fun to do
You
it.
just
our
pick
way.
our current players or players. Of
Which
our
I guess we
lifetime.
still technically could, but
Sure.
it's kind of like the
I feel like I heard Dwight Howard's name thrown out there as like a possibility.
snub. Well, no, he got snubbed.
Yeah, as a snub.
Vince,
I don't know.
Vince Carter was snubbed, but I don't think he should.
Both of those guys, I think, are definitely close.
I think Grant Hale-Pill made a big deal out of.
Yeah, he was injured a lot of his career
Yeah.
too.
Well, same thing with Penny Hardaway. He got snubbed, but it's like he was kind of like Grant Hill was better than Penny Hardaway.
Absolutely, I think even Dwight Howard and Vince Carter, you could argue, are better than Penny Hardaway.
And yeah, I think Dwight Howard was 3-time Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah,
He's also a
As
champion.
well, yeah,
Never won MVP, but I mean he.
and he also, he beat LeBron on his way to a finals as
Yeah.
like a star player
Yeah.
too, which is
And,
nothing to.
and then he made it to the finals, lost to Kobe Bryant, which newsflash, a lot of people did.
Yeah, right.
So
Yeah, I don't have too many disagreements on the list. I think Damian Lillard is the only one that was questionable. And I mean, do you think Clay deserved to be on there more than Damian Lillard? I don't know. Like, I'm not sure that Clay is absolutely the 77th best player.
no, I'm not. I'm not.
I'm not
absolutely
totally
either.
sure that he is.
And I'm not going to treat it like a whole Jordan Pippen thing, like Curry Thompson thing. You know
Yeah,
what
I don't think.
Like I think Scottie Pippen's a better player than Klay Thompson.
For his era, yeah, I would
Yeah.
agree with that. Yeah, but they're both great players at the same time.
They are both great
Yeah.
players. And I'd be perfectly okay with Damian Lillard not being on this list, and
Right.
Klay Thompson being on this
Sure.
list. You know what I mean?
I kind of wonder who the two players were that tied for 75th.
Yeah,
I'm thinking he
I-
might have been one of them.
Paul Pierce.
No, I'm thinking Damian Lillard might have been
Oh
one of them.
yeah, probably.
But yeah,
Yeah, that's just something I want to talk about.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. Now on to college football. There were 2 upsets in the top 10 this week.
yeah. Iowa State upset number 8 Oklahoma State 24-21.
Mm-hmm.
Although, funny enough, I think Iowa State might have been favored in this game.
Really?
And then Illinois beat number 7 Penn State 20-18 in 9 overtimes. 9. Count them. 9.
9.
Now, that sounds ridiculous, but it's not as ridiculous as it would have been if we were still playing the old college overtime rules. Apparently, I didn't even know this happened, but apparently they changed the rule this year that after the second overtime, if teams are still tied, it just goes to a 2-point conversion contest, essentially. So that's what. So there's a bunch of failures of the.
What was that one Stanford game that they played like? It might be like against USC. They played like 5 overtimes.
Yeah, when Andrew
When
Luck
Andrew Luck was
That
there.
a
You know,
great
you know
game.
exactly what I'm talking
I think it
about.
was. I think it was only triple, but yeah, that was a great game.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, 3.
That was. But I remember watching that with you. That was a long game.
That was a long game. That
Long
was
game.
intense. Stanford was good that year too. They had a lot to play for.
Was that against USC?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I
against
can't
USC.
remember that.
That was a great game.
Yeah.
He threw the infamous pick 6 near the end of the game when the teams were tied, and then marched down the field the next drive to score the tying touchdown, and then
Yeah.
helped them win in overtime, of course.
So after the second overtime now, or third.
I think it's after the second they go to the 2-point conversion shootout essentially.
Gotcha.
Yeah, which
So-
I don't
so-
disagree with.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
easy for it to look like.
It looks a little like 9 overtimes. You're like, what? They played 9 extra periods?
Do you
No.
like that or no?
I'm not against it. I mean, to some degree, you just gotta get the fucking game over with. And I mean, maybe a 2-point conversion is not a perfect way to do it, but it's still football. You're lining up against each other.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as like the shootout in NHL. I don't think. I think that's a worse way to end a game.
Yeah. Shootouts. They're bad.
Yeah, they're debatable. Also, number 10, Oregon held on against UCLA. on
Who
the
were
road.
underdogs in this
Yep, that's right. We mentioned that last week. They won 34-31. They were up by a few scores late in the game. I think UCLA kind of had some garbage time touchdowns, but yeah, Oregon moving up to number 7 in the AP poll, which is important to note. They're pretty much Pac-12's only chance at getting in the
Yeah.
playoff. We got some big matchups this week.
Looks like
Big
it.
matchups. Big Ten is supplying 2 of them. Number 6 Michigan is going on the road against number 8 Michigan State.
Oof.
Both teams 7-0. That's huge.
That's awesome.
That's some big time college football playoff implications.
That's that's
A huge rivalry
I wish
for
I
one.
wish I could be at that game.
right there. Right.
How bad does Jim Harbaugh need to win this game?
I mean, the fact that he's 7-0 is helping a lot, but he has continuously failed against Michigan State and Ohio State, who are the biggest rivals of Michigan,
Yes.
which does not look good in the resume.
No, it doesn't.
And it's been pretty clear that he's already on the hot seat over the last few years. So, but yeah, I mean,
Who you got in that?
I'm taking Michigan State. At
I'll
home.
take State.
Yeah, I think State at home.
This is a huge Michigan game, so they're gonna lose.
Pretty much. Yeah. They haven't been exactly dominant, which is why there are teams with losses ahead of both. I mean, both these teams haven't really played a tough schedule or been dominant in any manner. But yeah, it should be a good one. And then the other Big Ten game, number 20 Penn State, is going on the road against number 5 Ohio State.
Ooh.
It's another big one. Big Ten is going to be really interesting coming down the last few weeks. But Ohio State's starting to roll, so they could be easily back in the picture. And then over in the SEC, we got number 10 Ole Miss going on the road to number 18 Auburn. So that should be an interesting.
Ole
one.
Miss is 10.
Right?
I know James has got a boner for that.
Their only loss is to Bama. I mean, it was an ugly one, but
I mean, it's
it's the only one.
I'm taking Auburn.
I kind of think so too.
Okay.
But we'll see.
All right.
We'll see. Ole Miss is pretty good.
Ooh, you know what I forgot to do? Damn, we don't have any liquor in here either.
Oh, you want to do a shot? Is it regarding college football?
NBA.
NBA. We can do it near the end if you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll just run.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Or you could even text one of those guys out there to bring you a shot and a bottle. We have plenty of liquor in the room.
What do you got?
Everything. There's whiskey up there. And vodka.
I'll take somebody.
So, yes, college football rankings come out, college football playoff rankings come out next Tuesday. First edition.
Really?
Yep, November 2nd. So we'll be looking forward to that. Which means that we should probably
Well,
start
we
thinking
start doing
about,
our
thinking about our NFL rankings pretty soon. I'm not sure exactly which week we're going to do it. I'm thinking either after week 9 or after week 10.
Yeah.
We will talk about that off the air. You ready for the NFL, Gage?
Yes, I am.
You're always ready for it, huh?
It's the best sport in the world. It simply is. And the Raiders, they're looking pretty good without John Gruden. They win again.
Yeah, it kind of feels like they're rallying without him. A little
Yeah,
bit.
you gotta respect it. You know?
Yeah. 33-22 over the Eagles. Oh, thanks for the plug.
Thank you.
You're the
You
man.
know I'm always here.
They beat. You know, I don't like the Eagles, so this is a great win.
It's great for you.
They beat them 33-22.
Yeah.
I caught a little bit of this game.
Yeah, it was on when I was here before I went to work.
Yeah.
They kind of were actually spanking their ass for a while.
Mm-hmm.
The Eagles scored a couple late touchdowns, but yeah, the Raiders are looking great. No complaints there. There are complaints on the side of the 49ers, though. But
Hey, the floor is yours. Go off.
I have nothing to say about this. I mean, the Niners lost their fourth straight game. They lost on Sunday night, 30-18 to the Colts.
I think I heard something today. They've lost their 7th straight home game.
That's embarrassing.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, I really did not really watch any of this
You're
game.
probably working.
I was working and it was busy.
I watched a good amount of this game.
Yeah.
And one thing I'll say about this, if I were a 49er fan, definitely not, that I wouldn't put a lot of stock in this loss because the weather, it was terrible. It was dumping here and there the
Yeah.
whole game.
You know, I mean, the Colts are playing on the same field though, so
Yeah, but
yeah. I know it kind of distorts the game a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Carson Wentz had a really bad interception.
yeah, I'm not making. I do. Oh my god, I did see the replay.
Terrible. I don't know what the hell he was thinking, but
I mean, honestly, I got off work, saw what the final score was, and was like, I do not need to see any highlights of this game.
No.
So I have nothing to say about it.
all right.
Gage, what
We
about
have
your
nothing to
Cowboys?
say about it.
I have nothing to say about it.
Nothing about Shannon. Actually, we're talking about Shannon.
We're gonna, yeah, I'll save my
Got it.
my
Got
shit
it.
for
Got it.
then,
So my Cowboys, not rocking the hat today.
because it wasn't a victory week.
They didn't lose. They didn't win. Wasn't a victory week.
Yeah.
They
You
do-
got the neutral hat on,
Got
black.
a neutral black. Waiting for the Vikings funeral when the Cowboys play against them on Sunday night. I will not
I
be
think
able.
it will be a victory. I'm predicting a W for the Cowboys, but
Whenever they play the Vikings, it's a personal thing.
yep.
I don't like it,
All right.
but I won't be able to watch this game.
Oh, because
So I'm gonna be at Outside Lands
That'll be dope.
in San Francisco, Golden Gate Park. I am so fucking stoked.
Anyone in
Net-
particular?
What?
Anyone in particular?
Oh, dude, you kidding me? Tame Impala's playing. I've.
Table Fall will be cool.
Oh, dude, it's like a bucket list thing for me.
Can you at least get a video or two?
Oh yeah, I'm not a video at a concert guy, but I might put a little something out for some people. You
There
know
you
what I
go.
mean?
There you
Also, Nelly is playing
go. Hey,
on Sunday.
it is getting hot in here, isn't it?
Yeah. Also, Jay Balvin,
Jay Brown.
which
You're gonna see him, huh?
no, he's playing at the same time as Tame, so I get
Perfect.
it.
Yeah, don't have to.
But I'm really excited to see, or just to go, because I've never been. I've only been to 2 festivals, in my life.
Yeah,
I've been out.
I think it should be cool. Yeah,
Aftershock, Bottle Rock.
I want to go to Outside Lands. Outside Lands has had some insanely good lineups in the past 10.
Did we talk about this last week? How they
I don't
had-
think so,
They had
but-
Foo Fighters and Metallica one year,
Oh yeah,
headlining both.
yeah. We've talked about this in the past, at least.
Crazy.
Unbelievable. Yeah, they've had some great lineups. Jealous of. For
Yeah.
Sure.
So I won't be watching the Cowboys. Be rocking my starter jacket at Outside Lands.
There you go.
I'm being that guy.
Gotta let them know.
On Halloween, I'm not even gonna dress up.
That's your costume.
Just rocking the Cowboy shit. Maybe rock the Troy Aikman jersey, or no.
If anyone asks what you are, just say I'm an asshole.
I'm that guy.
I'm that guy. Nice. Well, good for you. I'm excited for you.
Thank you,
Go Tame Impala.
dude. It's gonna be fucking sick.
So this week was kind of a dud for football. 10 of the 13 games were decided by at least 2 scores, which is not pretty.
Which is not. It's not. That's not the NFL's average.
Usually,
It
the
doesn't-
NFL is pretty solid
Pretty
on having
consistent
good games.
about. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, there's generally a lot of parity, and I mean the standings would prove that, but the scores this week did not. It was ugly.
Yeah.
I think even 7 of them were decided by at least 14 points, which is even worse. But yeah,
And
that's
one-
a lot of blowouts.
And one of those blowouts is the Titans, which is probably the shock of the week.
Yeah.
The Titans beating the Chiefs 27-3.
Yeah, they got 1 field goal. It was after the Titans were up 27-0 at half.
Mahomes got hurt in this game.
Did he really? Okay, I didn't know.
I think he messed his shoulder up a little bit. I didn't watch this game, but I think
I didn't watch it at
did
all.
hurt his shoulder. Do you think? Are you worried about the Chiefs?
They got some problems. Their defense is trash, for one.
This is why I called it at the beginning of the season. It's hard to go 3 straight Super Bowls. It's hard
No
because
question
this
about it.
happens.
Yeah, I didn't think the Chiefs would go, and not that I didn't think they would be bad. I thought they would be really good still, but Patrick Mahomes is not saving the day this year like he has generally in the past.
And I think he honestly needs something like this. A
little
down year.
right? Something to kind of build off of,
Yes.
maybe rebound from.
No quarterback has great seasons. I know it seems like Tom Brady does now, but people forget that he went 10 years, had great seasons in those 10 years, but didn't win a Super Bowl in 10
For
years.
a 10-year span, yeah.
Now he's like he's found like this fountain of youth thing. It's really strange. It doesn't
Yeah.
really happen often. But quarterbacks, like even Peyton Manning, his first Super Bowl win was 2006, and then the last one, his last game ever was
Like
2015.
Yeah, and he was a shell of himself at that
No,
point.
like the defense.
Was the one that won.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's normal for quarterbacks to have off years,
Right.
and the team stinks. The defense is terrible.
And even like
When the Cowboys play the Chiefs, I'm gonna feel good about it.
right.
Because at first I was like, oh, Chiefs, tough game.
I mean, and running against them has not been an issue for most teams.
No.
And it seemed like they sold out to stop the run. Like looking at the numbers, because I think Derrick Henry only averaged like 3 yards a carry, but that opened everything up for Tannehill. Tannehill had a great game.
Tannehill had a great
Great game.
I lost in fantasy this week for the first time. Sad. But Tannehill had a good game.
He had a great game.
I noticed that. He got me like 19 points or something like that.
I think he had 3 touchdown passes, if I'm not mistaken, and yeah, or no, maybe 2, because I know Derrick Henry had one of them.
Okay.
Which is funny. But yeah, the Chiefs. I still think they figure out a way to get to the playoffs at least.
Do you think they're going to win the division?
I don't think they are.
I don't think they are.
I think, and I'm not totally sold on the Raiders necessarily, but between the Raiders and the Chargers, I think one of those teams is going to be the division champion.
Yeah.
Because they just got way too many issues on defense.
Yeah.
Mahomes is going to save them probably in some games, but it's not going to be consistent enough to win the division, I don't think.
So do you know, as of right now, who the number 1 seed in the AFC is?
I saw as the Cincinnati Bengals.
Cincinnati Bengals.
I love it. Joe Burrow is
Very
the fucking man.
Very early in the season, but they are the
It's-
number 1 seed in the AFC. Did you have that written down in your notes? I sure didn't.
I don't think so.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
I love Joe Burrow. Love Joe Burrow. I wish he was. Actually, I like Dak.
Yeah.
I just wish Joe Burrow was kind of the quarterback of the Cowboys.
I don't blame you. I gotta say, like coming out of college, I didn't think Joe Burrow was gonna be the man, but I definitely was rooting for him because I love his attitude.
Well, it's hard because he had arguably the greatest season ever as a college quarterback.
And an unbelievably good supporting cast.
Of course. Well, yeah, Jamar Chase, Justin
He
Jefferson.
threw 60 touchdown passes or some shit like that.
It's insane.
And Jamar Chase has proven to be another. There's still a great
I know
target
you're
for him.
liking Jamar Chase.
Dude, he might
He's
be
good.
the MVP of fantasy football for me. Right now.
Like your own personal fantasy football.
Yeah.
You know what we should do? Is this already the mid-season for fantasy?
Yeah, pretty much right.
Okay.
Why do you say that?
I was gonna say we should have like a mid-season award thing or no?
I
No,
just-
it's
we
lame.
can do it next week.
No, it's lame.
Yeah.
Never mind. That's lame. Scratch that. Lame.
What would you want the award to be? Like
Or just like who,
individual players award kind of thing,
or like maybe for like the teams.
Yeah.
No, it's a stupid idea. Forget about it. I'm done with it. It's over.
I know Nico has the most points in our league right now.
He's in 3rd place.
His team's pretty good. I think he's now technically second because he's tied with Danny.
Okay.
Because Danny's lost 2 in a row, right?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. Anywho.
Are you taking the Bengals serious though?
Not really.
No, I'm not either.
Not really. Their defense looks pretty solid, but I'm not ready to say that they would be any kind of a contender. But they do look really good. Can't take that away from them.
No, you are what your record is.
Right.
As the great Bill Parcells said,
Yeah.
you are what your record is.
I was feeling really good about my Ravens actually until this week.
Until this week, yeah.
Yeah. But I don't feel bad necessarily. I mean, sometimes you just have dead weeks.
I mean, the score of this game shocked me.
Yeah, 41-17.
41-17.
Out of nowhere. I mean, if the Bengals were going to beat the Ravens, I would think it
Like
would be
41
a tight game.
like 38-41.
Or even a low-scoring game, like
Or,
a 21-17.
last second field goal.
Whatever, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Thursday Night Football
Huge matchup.
has had a history of having absolutely shit games.
So, yeah.
This week though, it's not the case. Packers 6-1 against the Cardinals 7-0.
The funny thing is, it's probably going to be a blowout, one way or the other.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like the Packers are going to get their shit stomped.
Yeah.
The Cardinals are actually almost a touchdown favorite in this game
Wow.
going in. So, and Devontae Adams is probably going to be out with COVID.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it is a very sexy matchup on paper.
Yes.
Nonetheless, I'm excited for this game.
It's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
I'll probably watch a little bit of it.
Absolutely. And the World Series will be off that day, which is perfect. So we don't have any competition.
There we go.
Yeah. Let's talk about the Week 7 picks.
Do we have to?
Gage, you went over once again. I'm sorry, man.
God. This is hard.
Bears lost by 35. Texans lost by 26.
Bears lost by 35.
I lost on that one too. I thought they would give them a little bit. Yeah, I'm not even gonna explain myself. I did get a win with the Lions, only losing by 9. because they were plus 15. I think I actually went back and looked at our picks on the last episode, and we misspoke on the lines. I think I was saying that we were minus 15 and minus 12.5, and we were really plus, but let's not get too far into it.
Yeah.
I think you all knew what we meant.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
Everyone knew the Lions. The Lions
we're not going to be favored against
15-point favorites.
yeah. So yeah, you're now 3-11. I am 6-8. Gage, who are you picking this week?
Picking favorites. I'm not going dogs this week.
Okay.
To me, I'm picking Tampa over New Orleans.
Okay.
5. It's
Plus 5, or they're minus 5?
minus 5, yes.
Gotcha.
I think that's a kind of easy one. The way Tampa's been rolling, Tom Brady's got the backwards hat rocking now. It's over. Hide your sisters, hide your wives.
I'm only guessing that game is in New Orleans, right?
I think it is, yeah.
Okay. What's your other pick?
And I'm picking the Titans over the Colts, -1.
I thought about that game too. I think that's a good
That
pick.
seems like an easy one, too.
They're on the road though, right?
Shocking. Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Titans are -1?
-1, yeah.
Gotcha.
So they're favorite.
Yeah, correct.
Which
All
I
right.
think they could do that.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely thought about that one. My 2 picks are going to be, I'm taking the Lions plus 3.5 at home versus the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
I actually think they're going to win this game. I think the Lions are due.
They're due.
They're not as, I don't think they're an 0-7 team. They're not good, but I don't think they're an 0-7 team. Philly is struggling right now after their somewhat promising start to the season. I think they're due for a win at home. And then I got Atlanta at home -2.5 against Carolina. Atlanta's playing actually decent ball right now. Carolina is really struggling without Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
So I like that pick a lot.
Jared Goff still has not won an NFL game without Sean McVay
Correct, Amundo.
as his head coach.
Hey, I mean, the Eagles kick a game-winning field goal, and I still got this, baby. So
Yes.
give me some love, Jared Goff.
So one thing I want to mention about the NFL. So over the weekend, Tom Brady threw his 600th touchdown pass.
That's right. Oh, yeah, this is funny.
And Mike Evans caught it, gave it to a fan because he had no idea.
You're right.
Mike Evans ended up finding out about this on the bench by one of his coaches. He's like, oh man, I didn't even know. You know what I mean? And so they had to go back and ask the fan to give it back, which he did. And do you know what this fan? I have it right here. Do you know what he received back?
You got like
I got a list.
you got like another touchdown ball or something like that.
No, it was a lot more than that.
Yeah. Oh,
So-
I know it was a lot. Yeah.
So I think I don't know where I heard it from, but someone said that ball automatically off the bat, $500,000 is what it's worth.
Damn.
And so, the guy gave the ball back. Nice of him, you know. Why
Sure.
wouldn't you, you know?
Yeah.
And so this fan received 2 signed jerseys by the Buccaneers. I don't know who the players are, but 2 signed jerseys,
Pretty dope.
a signed Bucks helmet, a Mike Evans jersey and cleats, $1,000 to Pro Shop, which I think might be
Whatever their shop is
Yeah.
inside the stadium or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
2 season tickets for 2021 and 2022.
Oh, that's dope.
And then he also got 1 Bitcoin, currently worth $62,000 a share.
Oh shit.
So my question to you, my friend, is: was it worth him giving the ball back?
100%.
I think the Bitcoin share alone is worth
that. Yeah.
One thing I have an issue with is
The season tickets is my favorite part.
no. To me, it's like none of this involves Tom Brady unless he signed one of the jerseys.
Right.
I want that included. Just give me a signed jersey
Or a signed ball.
No,
or
I
something.
mean I would like all of this.
Right.
But I want one of the signed jerseys by Tampa Bay being a Tom
Being
Brady.
a Tom Brady jersey, yeah, I'm with you on that. But
The
that's
season tickets are cool.
that's a pretty fat return.
I mean, $1,000 at a pro shop. I mean,
You could go crazy.
the shit's expensive there, but you
Right.
could get a ton of stuff.
I mean, like, yeah, if you wanted to buy like one of those, like a premier jersey, it's probably like $250.
Yeah.
You know, like the stitching and all that.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, that's a pretty sweet return. It was funny. I saw like a social media post. Can't remember if it was Twitter or Instagram. And it was like one of those fake trade alert ones. And it was that trade. It was the Tom Brady 600 touchdown ball for this, and this.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty funny.
And another thing I want to mention real quick is, so everyone over the past couple of years has said the NFC West is the best division of football.
Right.
This year I'm debating it's not.
They're not playing like it, and injuries have played a part, but they're
Yes.
definitely not playing like it.
Right now the best division of football is the NFC North.
NFC North?
Yes. AFC North. excuse
AFC
me.
North. I was
AFC
going to say
North,
yes. I don't disagree with that at all.
We got Cincy at 5-2, Baltimore at 5-2, Cleveland without Baker Mayfield right now they're 4-3,
4-3.
and then
Steelers are 3-3.
the Steelers stink.
Yeah.
Sorry,
They still,
Jimmy.
they still got a good defense though.
3-3.
Yeah.
Right now, the best division of football is the AFC.
They're proving that on the field this year for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone thought the Bengals were going to be good, so I think that you would not have thought that coming into the year. But I agree. They're playing the best on the field right now.
Yes.
I mean, okay, think about it this way. Say Russell Wilson
Was playing.
didn't miss some games, and they were 4-2 or 5-2 or 4-3 at least.
I guess. Yeah. I
It'd
guess.
be a different argument.
I guess the injuries are
Yeah.
playing a part.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's football.
It's part of
Injuries happen.
yes.
Yeah. So
Just the AFC North, right? AFC North
Yeah.
is the best.
I was gonna say, I don't even know. There's some bad teams
Yeah,
there.
I fucked up on that one. That's what happened.
All right, let's move on to NASCAR really quick because we do have to get to Q&A.
Yes.
Actually, before we do that, I want to check some scores real quick. So we got Sharks down 2-0 now. End of the
Nice.
second. Warriors are up 106-98 with 36 seconds left. So that looks like a
That's
W.
over.
Gonna be 4-0. Let's go. 5-1 Braves in the top of the fifth. Still rolling. All right. So NASCAR. Your boy.
Dude.
I'm gonna let you take the floor.
Kyle Larson wins his 9th race of the season. And you said no racer would have more than 5? Is that what you said? I can't hear you.
Guilty as charged.
Okay, thank you. And wait, that's his 3rd consecutive?
Third consecutive win.
Ooh, it just keeps getting better for your boy over here. And I am in first place with 148. Ashley is in second place with 127. Danny's in third place with 84. Ooh, that's
It's you and Ashley at this
it's
point.
me and Ashley at this point.
Yeah, I did the math and
Yeah.
him and Dylan have no chance. To
Dylan's in 4th with 77. Alex in 5th with 67. Garrett in 6th with 56. And my boy, my co-host, my brother, dead last with 41. I got over 100 more than you.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. This looks like the Formula One standings where like there's like
That's a
you're
good call.
Lewis Hamilton and Ashley is next for Verstappen.
I know somebody who's going to enjoy that reference.
Hopefully he watches / listens. I know Katie listens too, so
I'm not talking
she'll
about,
like that.
I'm talking about Devin.
Oh, sorry. And you too, Devin. I know you listen.
So,
Martinsville next week.
next week's at Martinsville.
Yep.
And it's the last race for the championship.
Yep. So 2 races left total.
So I shouldn't be feeling too good yet, right? So anything can happen.
Anything can happen if either Ryan Blaney or Denny Hamlin wins the next race which is Ashley's drivers. It'll be very up in the air.
Yes.
But I mean, you could clinch it if Larson or Keselowski win next week. Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much.
Because
Because there is a 10-point bonus for the driver who wins the championship. So like,
in our league,
yes,
what made you decide that?
we did that last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So basically, if your driver wins next week, or 2 weeks from now,
Yeah.
that's a 20-point win. Yeah, which I think is warranted. I mean, the championship's a big part of it.
And I know we haven't talked about it, but are we going to do any kind of switching of players again or no? Or
We'll have to
racers?
think about it. Yeah, we'll have to think about it. Maybe do a redraft on the second driver. You can keep
'Cause
one.
I think I'm probably going to keep.
I would think so. I mean, Keselowski's leaving his team, so
Yeah.
it's up in the air.
But Brad was my day one.
He
Though.
was your day one.
Brad was my day one.
But who's winning you the championship right now?
Kyle Larson.
There you go.
And we're
Sometimes you got to let your vets go.
you gotta get rid of him a year early than a year late.
You know, I mean, the Giants didn't win the World Series because of Benjamin Molina. They won it because of Buster Posey, right?
But you talking about 2010?
Yes, sir.
Ooh, throwing it back. I like that.
Okay. Q&A time, baby.
Q&A. Can we do that for that too?
Sure, why not?
Let's go.
It's exciting. We haven't done this in a
Yes.
long time.
It's been a long time.
Even in general, I don't think we've done our Instagram Q&As in a
No,
while.
we
It's
haven't.
been at least a month.
Fuck, man.
So this is so
Well, it's
exciting.
because I started working, so it's like we have different days
It's
off.
a game changer.
It's,
Game changer.
it's lame, is what it is.
We do share Mondays, but
We do share Mondays.
We like to enjoy ourselves on Mondays.
Yes, yes.
So, I think these first 2 questions we were going to ask together. If that sounds right.
Yeah.
Because they're kind of related.
Okay.
So they're from Nick Warren 70 is asking the first one, and Jay Faring asking the second one. So he says, or actually, you go ahead. So they're pretty much for me.
So Nick said, is Kyle Shanahan the coach week 1 next year? And Jason Faring, our boy, says, are Shanahan and Lynch, as in John Lynch, getting into hot seat territory?
So it's kind of, to me, it's yes and yes. I think Kyle Shanahan is going to be the coach week 1 next year.
I think he is too.
I think this is year 4 of the regime.
I love that word. Regime.
And I don't think Jed York went into this 6-year deal thinking that it wouldn't be at least 6. Not that he couldn't fire him before that ends, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's that tight. But I do think they are getting into that territory, to answer Jason's question, that they need to get it together. I think the leash has been lengthened by the fact that they drafted Trey Lance, because that couldn't have just come from Shanahan and Lynch. I think Jed York probably had to sign off on that to some degree.
Yeah.
Although Jed York's a pussy. Story for another day. But yeah, I think they're fine. But I do think they need to get their shit together. There's no question about it.
All right.
What do you think? You said you agree.
Shanahan will be the coach week 1.
I don't think there's any doubt about that.
And are they in the hot seat?
The Niners would have to win only like 4 or 5 games.
I think I agree with what you said about Jed York, because I think he's playing a long game right
Yeah,
now. And I do think the Super Bowl appearance, which
helps.
should have been a win,
Should, woulda, coulda.
Yeah.
Whatever.
helps for sure.
Right.
They've proven that they can make it.
I think it's more on Lynch to get the personnel better at this point, because, and I don't want to overglorify what Shanahan can or has done. He's not perfect. Maybe he hasn't gotten in, like he's quoted saying, I haven't really gotten in a rhythm as a play caller this year, whatever. The players have to execute plays at the end of the day. So, sure, maybe the coaching has to get them in the position to to execute the plays, but
I also think the drafting of Trey Lance
I think that's a huge factor.
is a huge factor.
Huge factor.
Because the idea of he could be great.
And it could change the whole situation.
And we all know that Kyle Shanahan's like the quarterback whisperer,
Whatever
like offensive, quote unquote,
He's a
offensive
guru.
genius,
Yeah.
guru, whatever you want to say.
Exactly.
So yeah, they will both, him and John Lynch will both be there week 1 next
Their leash
year.
is fairly long still,
Yes.
but it is getting shorter.
As it should.
Yeah.
I think I heard it. I think I heard I listened the podcast I listened to. This is yesterday's episode. It might have been Colin that said it. He said, right now I think regular season, Kyle Shanahan has the same regular season record as Mike Singletary.
I think I heard that Matt Nagy has a better regular season record than Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah. So,
which is not great. But also Kyle Shanahan inherited a dumpster fire of a roster.
yeah.
So you got to give him a pass on that. And then he took them to a Super Bowl in I believe his 2nd year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think those Super Bowl losses when he was in Atlanta and this
Yeah,
one, it
that sucks.
looms.
It
You think
sucks.
he thinks about that often?
It definitely, I think it drives him. At least I would hope it does. But who knows? Maybe it haunts him. It could be one way or the other.
Yeah.
Or a little bit about, who knows. All right, enough about the fucking Niners. D-Stone 901, my roommate, he asked, are the Sharks making a playoff run this year? What do you think?
The answer is fuck yeah, they are.
I'm going to be a pessimist and say no. But I love the way they're playing this year. No question about that.
I'm being selfish because I love playoff hockey, and it's only better when the Sharks are in.
Playoff hockey is greatest, yes. When your team is going to, nothing like it. Playoff hockey has a different atmosphere than I think any other sport.
Mm-hmm. Our next question is from NRevs, Nika Revheim. He asks, who is the next Bay Area team in any major sport to bring home a championship?
This year.
Ah,
This year.
Dudes.
Warriors, baby.
That's a good question. You actually think the Warriors, dude? I'm gonna say
I think the best chance to win one this year is now the Warriors because I guess the Giants just lost this year, but it would be next year. But I think right now it would be the Warriors, but
I think it'll be the Niners.
I don't know. I think there's gonna have to be a lot that happens to make it.
I want it to be the Sharks.
Oh, I'd love it to be the Sharks, but the Sharks are far away. I think, in reality,
Yeah.
I'm saying the Warriors. Because even if they don't get it totally right this year, but maybe Clay comes back and he's strong and he's healthy,
Yeah.
and then next year they try it again, that could be the best bet.
Trick question. A's.
I think the A's could go into tank mode real soon. Not to be an ass.
Yeah.
Or the Raiders. Raiders not a big area team though.
Yeah. Question. Answer the question is the Quakes.
Hey, is that a major sport though? It's hard, I mean, it is Major League Soccer, but
I know what you mean. I'm also kidding.
next question is from Morgan. Count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4s. Who's bringing home the World Series rings? Because I guess technically it is rings because there's 26 players on the
Is
team.
this our pick right here?
It's our pick.
You go first.
I'm going Braves, and I'm not picking the Braves just because they're winning this game. I think they're actually going to win.
I'm going Astros, and I picked that before this game started.
Same.
I'm going to tell you the only reason, or one of the reasons why, which I heard on KMBR, which I loved.
Okay.
I'm stealing what they had to say, but it makes sense. Which you're going to love too.
Okay, let's hear it.
Dusty Baker deserves a goddamn world
He
championship.
does. He does. He's not going to get it, but he does.
He's going to get it. He's going to get it.
I'm actually really torn on this. Coming into this series, I think anything could happen. I think a sweep is not super likely, but I really think anything could happen on either side. Either of these teams could get hot and win it in 5, but this could go 7. I'm leaning Braves in a long series.
I want it to go 7. I want every series that I don't really care about to go 7.
Yeah, for entertainment purposes,
Exactly.
absolutely.
I'll tell you what, Fox wants that too.
Oh, 100%. I think so. Lance McCullers, the Astros ace, is out for the rest of the year, which I think is a huge factor. I think also the Braves have faced the best starting pitching in baseball in their previous 2 series, and they beat them. So I think that's really impressive, and they're going to keep it going.
Yeah.
They've already proven that so far, so we shall see. But I'm going Braves. Next question.
Our next question is from Seven Waffles. She asks, "Yo, did you see Dune?"
So we talked about this yesterday, and after you guys left, I almost threw it on.
Did you?
I almost threw
You
it on.
well, you should have if you were really.
I was
is that why you
not
did?
ready to commit.
It's a long movie.
I watched-
2.5 hours.
Yeah, I watched the trailer, and it seemed a little too out there for my taste.
It's sci-fi.
Yeah, it's a little too out there for my taste.
It's fucking good.
I'm sure it's good.
I watched
wouldn't
it.
deny that.
I watched it with her,
Yeah,
and it was great. It was like, well, it was really good.
yeah.
It's it's kind of slow. There's dialogue, but it's like visually when you watch it, I really would like first thought when I finished it or like as I was watching it, I thought to myself, I wish Star Wars could have done it like this,
Okay,
like the newer Star Wars movies. I
Interesting.
wish they could have done it like that.
gotcha.
Just the way it's a beautifully shot movie. It
Okay.
really is.
Who do you know who the director was? Is he somebody significant?
He probably is, but or he or
Just
she,
don't
he
know.
or she, I don't know, but it's got a stacked cast too. And they're making it's part 1 of 2
Gotcha. I think I heard you guys.
because it's a book made in the late '60s.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
I didn't know that. Nice.
and so they're doing part 1 of part 2. And part 2 is coming out. I believe I saw it was October of 2023, so 2
Okay.
years from now.
All right. Interesting.
You check it out.
Okay,
Check it out.
I'll give it a shot.
It's different, but it's good.
Yeah. Our next 2 questions are from the same person. That person would be Katie Face. She asks, first, what the fuck happened to Drink of the Week? Which, it's back now, so your question
Is this why you did it?
No. She asked this after I decided that we were going to do a cocktail
Okay.
this week.
Oh, okay.
But it's back.
Okay, it's back.
I am sad that it was gone for so long, but it's back.
Hey,
Boom, boom.
happens.
I think it's a perfect advertisement for it being back too. She also asked an inside question. Did D.E.E. Stone ever get his supplies from the infomercial? And the answer,
I don't even know what the fuck this means.
answer is no. And I'm not even going to explain it, but it's pretty funny. And I think that is it for Q and A.
It is.
Yeah, I'm gonna check this really quick. And we're back. What time is it?
So what
Gage?
time is it?
It is time for our last call.
Yeah.
What do you got?
I think I got one thing. Yes, I do. Chris Paul is the first player in NBA history with 20,000 career points and 10,000 career assists. Yeah.
First player with 20,000 points and 10,000 assists?
Yes.
Wow. That's actually really impressive.
That's what it says. The first player in NBA history with 20,000 career points, 10,000 career assists.
Is the list of guys with 10,000 assists long? It can't be.
It has to be short.
It's got to be short. Let's see. We could find this out really quick, actually.
But I'm sure LeBron James is going to join this list very shortly.
Yeah, we talked. Is he closer on?
We talked
No,
about
he's close on rebounds.
rebounds.
but
10,000 assists. I think he's already. Well, no,
No, he's got more rebounds. I think
well, he can't be over 10,000 assists, or else he'd be the
he would be the guy. Yeah.
yeah.
So
Right?
yeah, no, he's not over 10,000 assists. I think he's getting close to 10,000 rebounds, but I think 10,000 assists is probably a
He
stretch.
probably has like 8,000 maybe or something like that.
Yeah, I don't even think he's got that many.
No, he has to. That's like what he's known for. No,
Okay, where is this? Career. Okay, all time. So yeah, there's only 6 guys with 10,000 assists.
Okay.
Oh, he does have a lot of assists. LeBron. He's at 9,700.
so
Yeah, so he's gonna get that.
so he will be the first player ever with 30,000 points and 10,000 assists.
Boom.
Yeah.
For some reason I thought he had more rebounds than assists, and he might. I don't know.
But Chris Paul is adding to his reason why he should be part of the 75th anniversary team.
Right. Yeah, no, I think he definitely deserves to be on that.
I just thought that was cool. I saw it and I was like,
Yeah. We had the U.S. Grand Prix in Formula One this week.
yes.
Max Verstappen got the W.
How cool would it be to go to that race?
That would be sick. Did you see there's 400,000 people at that race?
You told me that last night. And
400,000.
Is COVID over?
Well, it's in Texas, so we'll do that.
Yeah, no kidding.
But regardless, I mean, think about when we go to like professional sporting events, like even a football game.
Yeah.
In the NFL, there's not more than 80,000 seats in the stadium,
Yeah.
unless you're going to Dallas, which I think is 90.
Yeah.
And there's some college football stadiums with like 100,000, but 400,000 people. That's insane.
That's insane. That's just fans.
That's fans that's the tickets sold. I guess I don't know how they calculated it, but it's unreal.
Is that place that big?
I mean, it's a track, so it's a pretty. I mean, it's like a 3-something mile track, if I'm not mistaken, or at least 2.5 miles.
One thing I noticed, which Devin pointed out to me, was there is a amphitheater in the middle of this fucking. You can see a concert in this place.
Oh, that doesn't shock me. I think at what's the concert in Germany? It's called Rock am Ring or
Is it-
whatever.
or is it-
It's
is
at
it
Nürburgring,
Nürburgring?
Nürburgring racetrack or whatever.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I mean, those complexes are massive, so it's not shocking. You could fit anything you wanted
Yeah.
in there.
400,000.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
That's like an international soccer.
So LeBron has almost the same amount of assists as he does rebounds.
You're going back to this?
I'm not done.
Are you shocked?
That's crazy how close it is. So he has 9,770 rebounds and 9,712 assists.
Jeez. That's what you call consistency, my friend.
Right.
I also had a bold prediction. I don't know if you want. Do you want to join me with a shot? No.
Maybe. Tell me what your bold prediction is.
Well, you know what it is. You just don't remember.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Yes.
I do know what it is.
So we had.
I love this one too.
I think we had a group chat.
I'm gonna. Yeah.
Are you gonna join me with this? Or
Sure. Yeah.
Do
Why
you,
not?
but do you think this is gonna happen?
I kind of want it to happen.
Okay. So my bold prediction is, the Lakers have started out their season very
Interestingly.
interestingly, to say the least. And Russell Westbrook has not played well in these games, or at least
1 for 11 on threes.
which he's got to stop shooting threes.
He sucks.
Anyways,
He sucks ass. Sorry.
should got Buddy Hield.
Right. Anyhow.
My bold prediction is that Russell Westbrook will not make it through the entire season being a Laker.
I hope it happens.
I don't think it is.
The Lakers?
I don't think it's. He's not going to be a Laker full season.
Lakers are trash. They would be better without him, actually.
I think it would. I think.
And I said this earlier this year, that I think when they picked him up, their odds of winning the finals should have gone down. And they did go down.
You did say
They
that.
did actually go down. He's not.
Are you
fit for
gonna?
this team.
Do you agree with my bold prediction? Are you gonna join me? Or no, actually, it'll be mine.
No, it's yours. You came up
Yeah.
with it, but I think it very well could happen.
Yeah.
He's done, man. I mean, you throw him on a team and he could put up 27 points and rack up the rebounds and assists, but that doesn't mean he's still an effective player.
No.
He's just erratic energy guy. I'm done with him.
I've been doing it.
I'm done. Yeah, I've been done with him for a while too, but I'm done with him. If anyone tells me Russell Westbrook is a great player, I'm gonna laugh in their fucking face at this point.
Yeah, I'm not talking about historically. I'm talking about like right now. He's not a great.
He's
player.
not. He hasn't, and he really hasn't been a great player for a while. He's been just a stat sheet stuffer, and that's about it.
Yeah.
She even walked away from the door yet.
So
Got anything else, bud?
I don't. But that was a hell of an episode.
Yeah, it was.
That was fucking good.
I thought last week's episode was really good too. So we're on a good roll here.
A good roll.
Yeah, I love it. We will.
I'm liking these Tuesday episodes because Tuesdays at work for me are like the quote unquote
kind of a drag.
like
or-
hard
or
like
rough.
busy days.
And this just gets it out.
So
of
this
you.
is like what really I look forward to this on Tuesdays.
I love it. That's good.
And we're pretty consistent on Tuesdays. Like this is what it's been since
Yeah.
football started.
I think it makes sense.
Because you wanted this.
It makes sense to do it on Tuesday. You get the full week of football out of the way.
Yeah.
Instead of doing this during the football game,
Exactly.
possibly, or especially since we're doing picks too. They could set the lines properly for us, and all that jazz. Thank you for watching and listening.
Thank you.
We'll be back with another great episode next week.
Yes.
Peace.